Hello and welcome to the UAM E1 World Championship presented by PIF. We are in Jeddah for another season of all-electric powerboat racing here in Saudi Arabia. We've had some fantastic action. We're here on race day now. We're getting ready for the race-off. 9 teams begun their campaign at the start of the weekend to be crowned the champions of the water in 2025. So let's have a close look at the pilots who'll be making waves in this second season of E1.
E1 Season 2.
We're back.
Let's go.
I don't feel pressure because we won the championship last year. It's more like no one can take that away from us.
It's a lot of fun to race in this championship. When the flag drops, we will get super competitive.
We're not only going to be having the most fun, but we're here to compete and we're going for the win.
We learned a lot last year as pilots and the competition will be closer.
Just need to push more this year and help each other and try to beat greater this year.
We have a really good grasp on how a championship is kind of a marathon and not a sprint.
Danny's with us in the team. Woo, 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 woo.
He comes from Formula One. I'm so proud to be racing with him.
New colors for me, new team, new livery on the boat. It looks spectacular.
Everybody on our team, except for myself, is new.
I definitely feel like a newbie in school. So far in the race sport, it has been a roller coaster of emotions because one day I feel like I have it, the next day it throws more surprises at me.
This year I got Marit as my teammate, one of the most experienced powerboat racers out there, and I'm sure she's going to be able to teach me a lot.
He has a lot to learn from me as a powerboat racer, but I have a lot to learn from him as a racer in general.
Me and Yusuf are a solid team for Season 2. We're getting on really, really well and we're ready for the race.
Oben is amazing. She has a background of powerboat racing. She knows how to focusing on doing the best performance.
We might not be quite as big and bold, but we're definitely here to win.
My team will work really hard on this way to understand and to choose the best strategy. So it will be super interesting this year.
Working with Tom is very easy because we are not only colleagues, we have also built up a very good friendship and we are ready to give everything this season.
It's awesome to start a new year with a new team.
Meeting Katie in person has been great. She's a great person and has a racing bloodline.
We might be the new kids on the block, but don't underestimate us. We're here to win some trophies.
All 18 pilots have provided us with a lot of great action already during qualifying. We've had our group stage races and we head towards the race-off now where Team Drop will be running Oben Duncan. Her co-pilot Yusuf Al Abdul Razak is down with Alex.
Yusuf, thank you for joining us. There's been a slight delay, small issue with the boat. What's going on and is it sorted?
Yes, we are late in the charge a bit, but we're almost there. Oben is getting ready to get in the boat and get top 3 to get to the final.
How confident are you that Oben can get the job done? You've just said it to me, she's got a monster mentality, only 19 years old.
Yes, Oben has proven it many times since last season, and she did a good job from going last to second in the earlier race. So I think she will, get that experience and get top 3 in this race.
What's been most challenging about today so far for you?
I realize that the start is important, and if you get stuck behind and the wash hits you hard, it's hard to get out of it, and that takes a lot of time from you. But, we learn, we adapt, and get back stronger next one.
You say you learn. What can you do in that situation?
Yes, I can go wider and keep the speed up. I can, come under the boat if he leaves some space. It depends on where the position of the boat in front of me. So we play strategies based on, each circumstance is different.
Yusuf, thank you. All the best, Oben.
Thank you.
Strategy will come into play in this race off. Oben Duncan on that Team Drogba boat will be running on the outside lane. That's our lineup for the race off in the middle of your screens. All the boats that finish second, third in the first group stage, second, third and fourth in the second group stage, and that's how they line up for this race off. So work to be done from that outside, and I wonder if there has been just a little technical gremlin again that struck the team on a couple of occasions yesterday. Oban Duncan herself was left stranded out on the middle of the course. Yusuf Abdul Razak was caught before the start of a race yesterday, but they have fought back so well to be actually in this race off. Top 3, and you will make it through to the finals to join Aoki Racing and Team Rafa. The other 2 boats will head into that place race alongside Team Alula and Team Brazil to pick up some important championship points, but no chance of silverware on this occasion. This is down at Team Alula. No race off, unfortunately, for LeBron James's brand new team, but it's been brilliant to see it. I tell you what, it's turned out beautifully, isn't it? The boat looks absolutely glorious, I have to say. But having been fastest in the time trials, Shelley, it just shows things can change very quickly, and just we've seen this race off. 5 boats will all hope they can get through to the finals. Quickly, Alula find themselves in the place race.
What a difference a day makes. Everything, our top boats yesterday are now down at the bottom of the grid today, and I just think that that's where the race course comes into play with the long lap and the short lap. It was so difficult to predict.
So much strategy. There's been the boat of the day so far, Aoki Racing. Danny Kloss and Michelle Alabadan, they will be heading up later on in the final on that inside lane, having won, and so really good chance for them to pick up some big championship points, maybe even a first podium for the team. They haven't scored one yet last year, and there's every chance they could be about to get one here this weekend. There were lots of them last year for Sarah Price and Lucas Ordonez in Will Smith's Westbrook Racing, and Alex is with Sarah down there in the launch zone.
Sarah, a tough day so far. How have you found it?
It's been a tough run, but all that matters is getting to the final. The final is what matters. So, yeah, Lucas is in there right now. This is the place race. This is where everything's going to get pretty hectic, I think, because we all want to get there to the final, and that's the only way to get on the podium. So bring it. I believe in Lucas. I believe in our team, and I think it's going to be some good racing right now.
Looking at the competition, what does Lucas need to do?
He needs to just go out and win. Don't we always say that? We all want to go out there and win. We're going to do everything we can to win, but we need to be in the first 3. So the first 3 will get us to the final, and then racing pretty much starts all over again.
I think he can just about hear you, so go and shout something to him.
Vamos, Lucas!
Perfect.
Great to hear that, isn't it? I wonder if Lucas caught that. He didn't have a vacuum cleaner in there. That was some cool air being blasted into the cockpit. He needs to stay cool because, of course, he got a penalty in the group stage race earlier, and now it's up to him to have a good start, not get involved in any of that nonsense down towards the first corner.
No, we don't want any argy-bargies on the first corner, guys. Nice.
Well, we do sort of, in a way. We want the drama, don't we?
Shush, Gavin, we're not supposed to say that. Nice, clean lines, please. Nice, clean lines. Don't upset the race director, Sebastiano.
Yeah, but we like the action. We love it when they're foil to foil, don't we? We've already seen a couple of collisions here today. Sarah Price for Westbrook almost tipping earlier on when she came into a collision. Now, the Team Drogba boat, they still haven't closed the lid on that just yet. We know they were just having to work on the boat a little bit. One thing you pointed out is that while they're working on the boat and doing anything, charging it is another thing that, they can't do in the same way.
Yeah, so the charge points are on the launch dock. As you see, as they come in, they immediately get charged. Now, if the boat was broken and it had to go back up to the workshop behind, I'm not sure there's a charge there. So that's what Yusuf said. He said we're short on charge.
Sam Coleman for Team Brady. He made a cloaked sort of comment, wasn't it, earlier, a bit clandestine about they've actually had a little bit of a problem. He said they'd be digging around in the parts bin after this weekend, thinking about the next round of the championship in Doha in Qatar. But we saw a problem for him. Go on, I want you to speculate, Shelley. What do you think might be a problem for them?
Can I tell you tomorrow after I've spoken to him?
Fair enough. Don't want to put you in any hot water. But, they are the champions, aren't they, Team Brady? We just have high expectations.
He was very cagey when he said what the problem was, and I don't think he wanted other people to know, because if they get a problem, they don't want them to know how to fix it. Tactical, strategic again.
So, We are heading out to the milling zone. Drogba on the outside. It'll be Westbrook in fourth, Brady in third, Blue Rising Virat Kohli in second, and in pole will be Team Miami with Eric Stark, co-pilot Anna Glennon with Alex.
Anna, it is race-off time. In pole, how are you feeling?
Feeling really good. You know, whenever I hand the boat off to Eric, it's a good feeling.
What's your message to him?
Same as always, get out in front and run like hell. He can do it.
How confident are you that you can get to the final?
To be honest, whenever Eric is in the boat, I have full confidence in him, and I hope he can say the same about me. But I think it's going to be a good race. There is some good talent on the line, but, you know, I've seen Eric work miracles, so feeling good.
Anna, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
You know, Anna is being a bit magnanimous there. She has performed her own great race early on, led for much of it, didn't she, in the group stage, and has handed over to Eric, who will be in that pole. It's time for the race-off here then in the opening round of the E1 World Championship presented by PIF. And this will decide the top 3 boats to go through to the final. The last 2 boats will go to the place race. Miami on the inside with Eric Stark. It's Sarah Mizir for Blue Rising in second. Team Brady, Westbrook and Drogba on the outside. Lane 5 then for young Oban Duncan, the youngest pilot in the whole championship. A vastly experienced powerboat racer despite her age, and was the rising star of last season. Can she recover from the outside in this race-off? Alongside her in lane 4 will be Westbrook Racing, and Lucas Ordóñez already had a penalty earlier on in the group stage race. We'll want to avoid anything like that heading down towards turn 1, but he showed last year when they challenged for the championship, despite missing the opening round in Jeddah. They are a force to be reckoned with when it comes down to racing. On the inside of them are the reigning champions, Team Brady, and it's Sam Coleman who will be in the boat for this race-off. Vastly experienced, but had a difficult group stage race at the start of the morning. Have they been able to fix the problem they had with their boat? We're about to find out in the next 6 laps. On the inside of Sam Coleman will be Sarah Mizir, a newbie, a rookie in E1 this year. Had a penalty herself in her group stage race, but came back well with John Peters to put her in a really good position. It's all going to be about the start, and they've got their boat, they say, set up for racing. Let's see what the former GT racer has to do. And Eric Stark out front just showed why he's one of the strongest pilots in this E1 field earlier today. Anna Glennon almost backed it up for him, but he's sitting in pole position for this race-off. What can he do over the next 6 laps of this course here, 1.4 kilometre course that we've got? Not at the start though. They head down for a sprint, they hit that line just as the countdown clock ticks to 0, and then they've got to stay in their lane. Shelley, that's so important, isn't it? We've already seen a couple of penalties handed out before they resume this lap for the rest. They've got to stay in their lane, and then they've got other things to contend with as the race goes on.
As we've seen already today, the short lap and the long lap, which each team have to take one of each, really upsets the field, and it's not over till the fat lady sings.
We're in the countdown now, 15 seconds. They can see as they start to get themselves up on the file. Sarah Price watching on as Lucas Ordóñez. Has he got a leap on the rest? Sarah Mizir with a problem at the back of the field. Is she able to recover? Just look how dirty her water is, and she's got to go. And actually her lane has gone. And at the front, Eric Stark for Team Miami is out there. Lucas Ordóñez going well. But you'll see on the inside now, is that Team Brady and Sam Coleman coming through. Is he able to recover it? He has got away superbly. They have to hold their lanes as they go through that first smart mark, but on the inside it looks like it's going to be Eric Stark from Sam Coleman. Oh, and Sam Coleman just edged out wide, and he did well, didn't he, to avoid that turbulent water.
Yeah, now he's pulled back in and he's going on the inside of Team Blue Rising. He's fighting for that clean water. Good move by Sam Coleman there.
Eric Stark out front for Team Miami. Mark Anthony's squad doing the business from the off. Anna Glennon looks nonplussed by it, but Eric Stark, cool customer as always, takes the lead from Team Brady in second. It's Will Smith Smiths Westbrook Racing in third. Virac, a big launch there from Sam Coleman and Team Brady's boat in second place. That will have cost him some time.
Cost him some time and upset him. That will make him angry. The mission control will be calming him down. No go. You've got this, Sam. You've got this. He knows Eric's in front and he will so want to be.
Absolutely, and this is all to get through into the final. Top three will go through to the final to join Team Aoki and Team Rafa. Third place for Westbrook Racing, then Sarah Mizir in Blue Rising, and at the back of the field, Oban Duncan for Team Drogba. Now they're allowed to take the long or the short laps. I'm sure the short lap will be taken by Eric Stark, and it is straight away for Mark Anthony's Team Miami, so he's leading in second place. The champions, Team Brady. Now is Sam Coleman? Yeah, he's going for the long lap, it looks like, Shelley.
Yeah, I knew he would because he was in a right mess there. He needed to get out. And we've also got Team Blue Rising going for the long lap as well. Now, is Oban going to do it? No, I thought she would.
Yeah, in the Team Drogba boat, she's not. But I have just had coming through to my ears from race direction that there may well be a penalty for Team Miami and Eric Stark out front. The long lap penalty has been handed out to them, and that was for something at the start, for basically upsetting at the start. I really want to see that again, but now Eric Stark has a job on, doesn't he? This has completely changed the complexion of this race.
I wonder what he did. You know, when you said somebody had lost their lane, I think it was that. They actually bunched too close together and didn't leave space, even though the boat was further back.
Yeah, they're supposed to. There is a mark that they have to go either side of off the start, isn't it? 2 boats have to go one way, 3 boats have to go the other. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But suddenly, this has changed the complexion of the race. Team Brady, who are in second, well, they're in a prime position. However, they've taken their long lap early on the boost for Sam Coleman. But in fourth in this race, as it stands, it will change. It's Lucas Ordonez leading for Will Smith's Westbrook. Team Miami have gone to the long lap already. Get one of them out of the way, but don't forget, he'll have another to perform in this race. There is Lucas Ordonez on the Westbrook Racing boat up on the foil, got well on the boost out of the standard course. Behind him, Team Miami and Eric Stark, but he will need all his vast experience here.
Now you just watch Eric. He did that perfect long lap, his extra long lap, perfect timing. Oh, look
side
at the
by
battle.
side, Brady and Drogba, Coleman against Duncan, and Oban Duncan holding her own on the outside. She had the inside line, but Sam Coleman has claimed the position now from Oban Duncan in the Team Drogba boat. Oban still has a long and a short lap to take, but Team Brady have done theirs now. So for Sam Coleman, he just has to pilot this boat for the normal course for the remaining 3 laps of this race.
Yeah, and just keep Drogba off the way. But Drogba's coming up on the inside. She's got the clean water and she's boosting. Team Miami's boosting at the moment, but here we are with Drogba. Look at this battle between Brady and Drogba.
She had to give room, didn't she, to Sam Coleman there. We see Team Miami's boat again go for the long lap as Team Drogba. Really good decision here from Oban Duncan and her mission control to go through the short lap and get herself into clean water. That's the second long lap being taken by Eric Stark, and if we look at it, those who've done the long and the short lap are Brady and Miami, and Brady, they can see the black and gold boat are ahead of Miami on the water.
Now Eric will do all he can to close these gaps, but can he do it in 2 laps? I don't think so. There's too much of a gap.
Huge gap, isn't it? 10 seconds between himself and Sam Coleman. So still Westbrook lead for Will Smith out front with Lucas Ordonez in the cockpit. Team Drogba and Oban Duncan are in second place, but still Oban has to take her long lap, as does Lucas Ordonez in the Westbrook boat. As the leader, he'll likely do it on the last lap. And we haven't mentioned Sarah Mizir in Team Blue Rising, but she's only 3 seconds or so behind Team Miami, and she still has a short lap. So there's still a chance here, you know.
I think she might take Eric on her short lap. She can definitely do it.
Yeah, she's in the dirty water, isn't she, at the moment? So it would be a good idea to get that done. And she's 2.4 seconds behind. No, I don't think she's quite gone for it. No, who's this down there at the bottom of the screen? That's Brady. So as things stand, they're third on the water.
Team Blue Rising should really do their short lap now.
And it's coming in. You are spot on. We've called it, thankfully, she comes round there. So she will take Team Miami, and she's going to slot in just behind Team Brady. This is brilliant from Sarah Mizir here.
Absolutely. Can she get in front of Team Brady? I don't think she can just make that. On board here with Team Brady, on board with Sam.
Yeah, looking back, See the engine in the back moving. Still our first and second place in this race. Westbrook and Drogba, Lucas Ordóñez and Oban Duncan now have to take their long lap. It's the final lap of this 6-lap race. They've got their long lap. What are the gaps? 9 seconds between Ordóñez and Duncan, but 20 seconds between Ordóñez and Coleman. And it could be here that Lucas Ordóñez has played a blinder. It's going to be so tight on that run, isn't it, out of the long lap loop?
Yeah, so there go Drogba and Westbrook on the long lap. Can they get back in front of Brady?
We're going to see now, we're on board with Lucas Ordóñez on the Westbrook Racing boat. Keep an eye on your left-hand side of the screen is the Team Brady boat. I think he's going to make it through. This is judged superbly here. Where's Team Brady going to slot in? Where are Blue Rising and Drogba? It's going to get oh so tight in the merge zone. Westbrook is out front. Brady is second. Miami at the back of the field. They are done. They're going through, even though they were in prime position for this race off. They're going into the place race. Brady in second. Blue Rising up into third spot. What a turnaround for Virat Kohli's squad. Oban Duncan, though, is piling the pressure on in the Team Drogba boat as they round this final corner for the final time. More drama on race day here in Jeddah, and it's Will Smith's Westbrook Racing covered the hour, covered the pilots, because they have both put in superb performances. Ordóñez wins the race off. Second place for Team Brady and Sam Coleman. Third for Sarah Mizir and Blue Rising. And then in fourth for Team Drogba. Fifth for Team Miami, who started in pole, heroes to zeros. It just shows how things can change in the blink of an eye in E1 racing. And when it looked like they were primed for a shot at the podium, they're only going to have a shot at the places.
Yeah, he was a naughty boy. We'll hopefully get a replay on that and find out why he was given a long lap penalty. Sarah Mizar, what a great job she did. New kid on the block, fabulous.
Yeah, well, what did John Peters say? We've been practicing racing. It cost us in qualifying, but we've been focusing on the race setup, the race trim of our boat. Well, it's paying off, isn't it? They are in the final, and we couldn't necessarily say that on too many occasions about Team Blue Rising last year. Sarah Price is getting down there to congratulate the team, because Westbrook Racing are heading through into the final. No doubt about Lucas Ordóñez, and I tell you what, he has piloted that boat superbly.
Yeah, and Mission Control called his short lap and long laps just spot on, guys. Well done.
Bearing in mind everything that's been going on in the race, bearing in mind all the drama, all the confusion that there will be around penalties for the boat that's in the lead and all these things, an instant decision have to be taken in last moments, don't they? Yeah, I think it's fascinating what's happened there. Strategy has come into play. We're going to head down now and see if we can speak to Team Blue. So we should be able to hear from Sarah Mizir down there in Team Blue Rising, right at the back off the start. But you performed superbly in that race, time your long and short laps to perfection. How pleased to be going through to the final are you?
Through to the final.
I didn't think I'd be going through to the final. Boy, that was a rough start. It's difficult to be able to see what exactly to do while, you know, being a newbie and not knowing how aggressive to be on the start, and when, you know, Miami didn't give me my lane, and it was just, I was just fighting the whole time, but smiles now knowing that I'm going to the final, I think.
I bet there are. Huge congratulations, Sarah. Well done. What a rookie performance from Sarah Mizir and Team Blue Rising. You can see the sweat pouring off her. It is steamy out there on the water, and in that cockpit, you can multiply it up again.
You can see she's sweating, but her brain will be working so fast. Let's look.
So there you can see Blue Rising on the left-hand side of your picture, and she felt, I wonder if there was a protest or something coming in there, but she felt that her lane had been taken away earlier on that run down to the line, and the race director agreed with what Sarah had to say there.
Eric doesn't look that happy either there. You can see his mouth moving quite energetically. I think that was a little bit mean for Team Miami, personally.
It's cost them a shot at the podium in this one. It got really tight for second place. It was great to see, wasn't it? As they went foil to foil around the back of the field. There is Sarah Mizir getting that boat up on the foils, get it flying across the top of the water. Sam Coleman recovered well, didn't he, from a few problems earlier in the day, eventually putting it up into second. That's where we saw the crucial move from Sarah Mizier to take third place ahead of Oban Duncan. And a delighted Sarah Price comes down to greet Lucas Ordonez as he took victory in the race-off. He heads through into the finals alongside Team Brady, Sam Coleman, and Team Blue Rising, Sarah Mizier. Try and catch our breath after that one, but we've still got more racing action to come. Let's not forget the finals. We'll see Westbrook Racing, Team Brady and Blue Rising join Team Rafa and Team Aoki, and then Drogba and Miami will be heading through into the place race. I think we can hear it from Team Westbrook very soon down in the launch zone.
Lucas, Sarah, vamos a la final. Let's go to the final. Wow, what a race. Lucas, talk me through it.
Well, it was challenging. When I heard the Miami had a penalty, I tried two different strategy. Then the opposite as Brady. I tried to do my own race. And the guys up there in the race control, in the Steve and Shaky, nailed the start, nailed the strategy, and I just tried to keep on foils. We were struggling the whole week to have a consistency on the pace on the straights. We're still lacking some speed, but we are in the final, so yeah, we are nailing the stats. We are trying our best, and yeah, onto the finals, and let's have a good one later.
Eric Stark was going so well. When you heard about the penalty, you said you had to change something. What did you change?
Well, no, just strategy. Sam, that was good, man. Yeah, Miami went short, but I knew that they had a penalty, so I tried to follow their same strategy. Even if it's dirty water, I knew that Eric had to go for a long lap as soon. So yeah, I tried to find the best clean water as possible, and did the opposite as Brady, and yeah, I think it was a nice and crazy battle against Sam. In the last back straight, I thought he was coming. I saved some boost, and then I had some that I saved, and it worked well. But yeah, it was very, very tight.
Over to you now, Sarah, in the final. Good luck, all the best.
Thank you so much. Lucas definitely had me on my fingers crossed the whole time. I was like, come on, Lucas, you got this.
Brilliant. Well done. Good luck to both of you in the final.
Thank you. Vamos.
Vamos again, yeah, let's go. Let's get ready for our finals. This is what we've got. We've had our race off. So the finals for the championship positions and the podium at the top, and we'll also have a place race for the remainder of the points. That's coming up from here in Jeddah.